We spent the last month out in the Belize jungle, exploring the way the Mayans would have, on canoes. We've trekked through the underworld, or Xibalba. We're heading into the first cave. It's getting dark. But today we're gonna learn about how the Mayans lived. And one of the ruin sites today is actually haunted. Plus, at the end of the day, make sure you stay tuned for the end of the video because we're gonna explore one of the gifts from the gods, chocolate. We're Hayden and Erin, and we're on a mission to visit every country in the world. Today we're in Belize, and we're hopping on a hand-cranked car ferry in order to explore our first Mayan ruins of the day. So our first stop today is the ancient city of Xunantunich. So ever since I can remember, I have been obsessed with learning about the Mayans, and I'm gonna try not to make this like just a little history lesson, even though I have a lot of fun facts. And basically we're the only people here. If we have any recommendation for any kind of things about travel, it's number one, get there at opening. Also, one of the best parts about this archaeological site are the howler monkeys, and they're just right here. Oh, these are spider monkeys. These are spiders.
We got to see spider monkeys, and not only that, like they're literally maybe 10 feet away from us. They're just right in these trees. They're hanging down, they're eating. I love this kind of stuff.
So here we are at El Castillo. It's 130 feet tall. This would have been the main pyramid here in Xunantunich, and we actually get to climb it, which is exciting. This is also where the stone lady was seen. She was seen walking up the stairs and then disappearing into the building. The way that these stairs were designed is a really steep step. And the Mayans were only like 5 feet tall, and they're designed to make you bow down as you would climb these steps, basically having to almost like crawl to the top. You're usually supposed to be able to go all the way up to the top of this building. For some reason they have do not enter signs. I don't know why. It's a bummer. So we're just exploring what we can here, looking at these cool carvings and everything like that.
I'm a little bummed that we don't get to go to the top. There's supposed to be some incredible views up there. You're supposed to be able to see Guatemala from up there. Not that I would be able to point it out from without knowing which direction to look, but we get to explore, we get to climb around. We're up near the top of El Castillo, so still having a good time.
We finished up our time at the ruins and headed back to San Ignacio for some lunch. So we have come down into town after going through the ruins, and we are at Indian Tandoor restaurant. And we got, you know, the staples, aloo gobi, you're trying something new.
I'm getting all matar.
With peas and tomatoes.
Chana masala.
Chana masala, I don't know what we got.
Samosas.
And of course we've got beer, which is perfect because it's hot. It's hot.
Cheers. We are starting off with the samosas, and they're one of my favorite appetizers to eat at Indian restaurants because you get the potato-y and like the pea-like mixture, and it's usually got a little bit of spice, and it comes with a nice sauce, and let's just dig into it. I'm never upset with Indian food.
I ordered the chana masala, which is a chickpea dish, and it looks like it's got some amazing spices. I'm gonna add a little bit of rice to my bite. Holy cow. Woo! There is so much flavor in that. There's a kick to it, but not too spicy. Maybe like some cilantro in there as well. Gonna add all the rice and just mix it up. And I'm so excited about this.
I went with the aloo matar, which is kind of a mix between the chana masala and the aloo gobi. It's potatoes and green peas and the nice heated Indian spices. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna dip a little rice in there. That's really good. That has all of those just high, impactful Indian spices that you really expect out of an Indian dish. It's really flavorful. It's not overly spicy, which, you know, I'm never disappointed when it's too spicy. So, but overall, really great. Can't wait to finish this off.
Okay, so we finished up with lunch and we popped in the car to go to our next Mayan ruin site. Which is Cahal Pech, which is just right here in town. And we're going up some rocky roads. But while we were sitting at lunch, there was multiple people that came up to us and they were like, take my picture, take my picture. We were like, okay, we'll take your picture. And we just thought that was an interesting cultural experience. And they like posed, they're like, here, take my portrait.
Believe these are right here in town, like literally houses right there. How cool is that?
Okay, so just right out of the gate, it's 12 o'clock on a Wednesday. We have this entire place to ourselves. Here's the main plaza area. And we're gonna go do a little exploring. I don't know all that much about this site. This one I just have a couple of fun facts. Just a couple. Unlike Xunantunich, which would have been more of like a ceremonial center where, you know, almost 500,000 people would have lived, this would have been somewhere where the royals lived. So it's much smaller. There's two specific numbers that are most important to the Mayan people, 9 and 13. 9 would be the 9 stages of the underworld, and 13 are the 13 stages of basically the heavens. They believed in like a circular existence. As we walk up the main plaza here, there are 9 steps to enter. And then there are 13 openings here along the front, which would have been doorways. So 9 and 13. It's all very spiritual, all very specific. Everything was based on mathematics, astronomy. They worshipped Venus. They were very good at tracking the sun and the planets and the calendars and everything like that. And here we are going up into the main building here. So in this royal palace, basically, are rooms that have the ceiling that's painted green. It represented the water, which means life and death. They also valued jade. It's the most precious resource that they have, more so than gold or any other precious metal. It was all about jade. Okay, I finally found their royal rooms. Wow. You can see the original green paint. Oh, and there's bats. There's bats in here. There's bats in here. There's bats, bats, bats. Oh shit, they're flying. Okay, he's not happy I'm in here. So it's been a super long day. We've done 2 ruins, we've eaten lunch and had a couple of beers, but we're not done yet. Today we're going into a chocolate factory and we're gonna learn all about how to make chocolate. Here we learned about the traditional way chocolate was made and got to try the cacao beans at various stages, starting with before they are roasted.
Ooh. Yeah, it's like kind of bitter, like a dark
Bitter.
chocolate.
I just ate the whole thing.
Huh?
I just ate the whole thing.
I'm supposed to eat the whole thing.
It's really bitter. I accidentally ate the whole bean. I wasn't supposed to do that. So this is after roasting?
Yeah. That's why the shell came off and popped off so easily.
Oh, that's way better.
I almost think I liked it better before.
Well, he didn't eat the whole shell like I did. So this basically breaks apart into little pieces. Just cacao nibs, you cook with it. Then we got to try our hand at grinding the cocoa beans ourselves before the pro took over.
Better practice.
It was shocking how thick and almost fudge-like it turned out.
So we just made basically like a chocolate drink. So let's give it a whirl. Yeah, it's like a really dark chocolatey tea almost. You know, it's got that chocolate flavor, but none of the sweetness.
So because cacao was not really grown locally and they didn't know all that much about it, it was so scarce that it was only used for the royalty. And they'd only really just get like a little sip here and there.
So we've added a little sweetener to this, and we added some chili. I've asked for another round of chili because I like spicy. So it's starting to get more like what you would expect a chocolate drink to taste like. It's a little sweet, it's got a little nice little heat in there. It's getting very good.
So now we're trying it with cinnamon and allspice. And allspice is indigenous to this area, and cinnamon, which is not native but would have been traded. So new flavor profile. The cinnamon really makes it like chocolate that we're familiar with, I think.
Reminds me of almost like a drink you would have at Christmas.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, just warm, in your gut, you know, a cold day, sitting by the fire.
Like a hot chocolate.
Maybe put
Is that the word you're looking for?
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, a little peppermint schnapps in there.
Yeah, all of a sudden you got
Have a
Krampus knocked.
Krampus
Right out of the gate, right uphill.
Let's start with what I know. And that's probably all we're gonna get out of this.
Give it to me now.
Okay, so welcome to Xunantunich. And these are called steles. They were supposed to like tell a story. Don't quote me on that one. But that's an altar. Bloodletting.
There's cameras flying, there's video flying.
The dwellings of the royal. We're gonna find the dwellings of the royals here.
There's Hayden, all by her lonesome down there.
Why would I climb if I don't have to?
Ready? Ready to watch me eat?
So I'm starting, what am I getting?
You got chana masala. I normally go with a dal, but unfortunately they were out of them, even though they had 3 on the menu. So, wow. What do you want to make?
More chili?
Hey, I'll take more chili, please. So I've added oh yes, please.
So we